Full transparency, we have had agreements with oil and gas operations, but we have never provided water outside of the city limits, and we have not provided water in years to even those that we've had agreements with. So I can tell you that even if we were providing water, or we had been even recently, that would be curtailed right now. They would not be getting it, but we have not provided water in quite some time to oil and gas operations. Data centers, the other one that people are 1,000% convinced about is that all of the water is going to data centers. We have a total of 9 data centers that are currently active in the city of Aurora. And the vast majority of those data centers were built prior to 2023. And the reason why I say 2023 is when we implemented what is considered our large water user guide into our standards and specifications. That large water user guide essentially takes into account the square footage of an operation, of a building, of the lot, and how much non-recoverable water they're going to have. If their ratio for water use is extremely high, they are not going to be allowed to come into our system. So a data center that is strictly run on evaporative cooling, and they are using a tremendous amount of water, in particular non-recoverable water, they will not be allowed to come here if that's the route that they want to take. Now, I will tell you, we have had a very large data center come here since 2023. By the way, that large water user guide went into code last year, so that's how serious we are about it. We have another large data center that has come into our service area, and everybody, I've had people actually accuse me of being a liar, which hurts my feelings deeply. When they ask, I've had 4 requests for the water usage. On an average month, that data center is using about 14,000 gallons of water. And the reason why it is only using 14,000 gallons, and it is a huge data center, is because of the fact that it is not running a cooling system that requires evaporative cooling. They are running air cooling. Now, there's a couple of spikes that you'll see because they have to flush their system, but for the most part, they're using less water than some people already water their lawns on a month-over-month basis.
Which data center is that?
I'm not going to say.
You can't say?
I'm not going to say.
This is government transparency. You can't say which data center it is.
Mike can probably be saying it's QTS.
QTS, yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're a rough club. Anyway, so I want you to be rest assured that we are not going to allow any more large water users to come in. It's a significant problem in the United States. It's a significant problem in all parts of the United States. In fact, I will tell you that people have been calling the city of Aurora to find out what we're doing because of the fact that they don't have the political will in some places to be able to get something like a large water user guide into place. So again, this really goes to the fact that our city council is taking very seriously managing our water supplies here. Development. I've had a lot of people ask why. Yes, sir.
Yes. I just want to say that I pulled public records, water meter records.
You're the one that thought I was a liar.
I'm the one. I didn't call you a liar. I didn't call you a liar. But I pulled public records. There's a data center directly behind fire station number 12. It used just over 1 million gallons of water in September 2025. And in August 2025, it used just over 2 million gallons of water. I asked the water department, is it potable or non-potable water? They don't want to disclose that information. I asked how much are they paying for that water? They do not want to disclose that information.
Yeah, no, let me be very clear with you on something.
Yeah.
If you were to call and ask if you could have this lady's account information, billing information, I am not allowed legally to provide that information. We can provide gallons of usage. We are not legally allowed to provide billing information for specific accounts.
I don't want their account information. I want to know how much they're getting paid. I don't want to know their personal information.
We want to know that. As homeowners, we have some more personal questions. As homeowners, we would like to get those answers.
They're using a drinkable water.
Yeah, but as homeowners, you're going too far. Time's running out. I'm a homeowner, and I need to know how.
Well, they're going to be charging you a lot of money because of that.
But what you're asking is not in our realm of concern.
Okay, so on to development. We are a growing city, and which is how we build is Ontario.
I don't think you should be under the same restrictions as somebody who wastes water all the time. You see what I'm saying?
And
So-
but you understand that we're not trying to penalize anybody. This is just purely like we're just trying to
If
conserve.
someone doesn't care, they need to be penalized.
And they
Do
will be.
the-
And they will be.
Right.
Yeah.
Do the data centers pay surcharges?
Yes.
They do pay surcharges? Is
If,
it-
if you've got non-recoverable water, they will be in. They will end up. They pay their surcharge comes in the form of their tap.
tap?
Yeah.
So
So
what
when they
tap water?
come in, the amount of water that they have to pay to attach to our system is huge. If you're going to be a large
Are
water
they
user.
using potable water or non-potable?
Everybody is using potable water.
They're using
we
potable
do
water?
not have the system or the way to expand that system without it costing a lot of money to go to non-potable.
There's no delineation whether the water's
It,
potable or not.
it all
she
all
said
of our
it's
non
potable.
all of it is potable. All of our non-potable is used for city facilities because to extend that system would be so cost prohibitive. It would cost more to run non-potable. We would have to tear up streets. We would have to do all kinds of things. And
You mean it would cost more to run a non-potable?
to run a non-potable
Yeah,
system?
'cause you have to run those lines.
We have to run the lines,
You have to
and
run
that's
the
just it. And our treatment plant is right now only able to run 5 MGD anyway for the non-potable system. So we'd have to expend that.
Do you think that there should be more data centers approved in this drought?
I think that data centers that come in, that they're going to be like anybody else. They have to fit into what we are able to do with that large water user guide.
Because there's some
Have
that-
you looked at our large water user guide, sir?
I
And you're
haven't-
Francisco.
my
I know
name's
who you are.
Francisco, yeah,
Yes,
my name-
I know
guys
who you
that
are.
am.
I know
I
who
didn't
you
call
are.
you a liar. If I get the proof and then you say something else, I'm gonna call you.
Well, I mean, you won't because we don't lie on purpose anyway.
Okay.
But yeah, but if you want, I can get you that large water user guide. Happy to give you that. Yeah.
There's a water meter reading I got from the Flexinol data center. It's like by Peoria and 225.
That's one of our older systems.
That's an older one, but the meter readings are pretty complicated on it, and I don't know how to understand them. There's something called a multiple on it.
I don't know because I know you requested the data, but I didn't
I
look at it. To be
requested some
real honest.
educational information. I don't know, whatever policies, procedures, anything that I can.
I'd be happy to talk to you about breaking it down. That I can do. I just can't tell you how much they paid.
I'm gonna look into that statute, but
By all means, you can do that, but we're not supposed to give account specific information.
Yeah.
But if you can math,
for your gardening and stuff like that.
right? So you know how many gallons they used,
Yeah.
and then also they are not on residential rates. They've got 1 tier, 2 tiers, and then they've got an allocation that they've been given. And so if they go over that water allocation, they go into a tier 2 rate, and that tier 2 rate is very, very high. Yeah, it is.
Are they measured?
And some of them pay a capital recovery fee on top of that.
I seen something T-gal on it. Is that a measurement of unit? I know K-gal is kilo, 1,000 gallons.
You know, I'm
But
not sure.
I seen T-gal on there.
I'm not
The other ones I seen
sure.
K-gal.
Yeah,
not T-gal.
K-gal is 1,000 gallons, right?
1,000 gallons.
But I'm not sure what you're referring to, so I would have to look at what you're.
Yeah, I got. If you
I'm
can
not a
break that down
program
for me, we
reader,
set up a
so-
date and time. We can go over
Yeah,
that.
if I can only
meeting. I
program how they
appreciate
grow
it.
and what to do,
Oh, here.
I was gonna say, so you said you can. I'm gonna look into
Damn
that
it,
statute.
these phones, I mean,
Yeah, I don't even.
you can get off track
PFAS,
so
forever
easy
chemicals.
with
So
them.
you guys do not treat the wastewater
Well,
from those
my shoes are
facilities
turned off
because
in the box.
some of the data centers that are using a closed loop system, they add coolant chemicals.
That's all on
to it.
them.
Well,
That's on
Yeah,
a, that's on a separate.
that's on them. Now
I've had some questions on this
if
water
they're
pressure
discharging
stuff.
into the sewer system, Metro oversees industrial treatment for anything. Metro Water Recovery.
Metro Water. Who's that owned by? Is that the city of Aurora?
No, Metro Water Recovery is our regional wastewater facility.
For just for the Denver metro area.
Most of the Metro
Most of the
facility,
cities.
yeah. Not
Okay.
everybody, but most of them. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then if these facilities, you know, if a lot of these facilities come up and use a lot of water, that means that you're gonna jack up the rates, right?
No,
Is it?
they pay for it. When they attach to our system, and then they tell us how much water they expect
Yeah.
to use, and when we approve it, that's how much they get, and they pay for their connection to be that much, and then they get an allocation, and that water allocation is how much water they're supposed to use based on what they told us.
But I'm saying, like, if you're gonna jack up this guy's rates, you're gonna jack up their
Everybody,
rates.
oh my gosh,
Yeah.
yes. Commercial
Okay.
rates are some of the, always go up. Yes, yeah. In fact, one of the things we always try to keep low is the essential use tier 1, because it's absolutely not fair to the residents to
Yeah.
be, especially people on fixed income.
Exactly, fixed income,
Yeah,
elderly. You know what I
absolutely,
mean? I'm sorry,
yeah.
I don't mean to say that. But,
Yeah.
But
Well, hey, I'm right there, so.
But I'm saying this is a supply and demand issue. Okay, so
Yeah.
if you got less supply, then you're going to jack up the rates. So if there's more of these facilities coming in, you're going to have less supply, and then you're going to increase
So let
the
me
rates.
help you understand how we rates pay for our operational costs.
Exactly.
Our fees pay for the water resources. 80% of our cost is in water resources. So when a new business comes in, they pay a tremendous connection fee. They're primarily paying for the water resources, but they're also paying for their portion of the system, so additional treatment, all of those things. So the whole goal for development is development pays for development. Now, once they're attached to the system, they pay the same rates as somebody that's been in the system, but for them to even come in, they're paying a lot of money to be able to come into our system.
Do they pay for the water infrastructure that goes
They
to their
do,
facilities?
absolutely. We don't pay for any of that. We don't, and you don't pay for that. Nobody pays for that but the developer.
Because you're a pipe fitter, right? So you fitted pipes to like industrial facilities, right?
Yeah, and I missed some of, I was on my phone.
I'm saying like these facilities, I asked her if these facilities pay for the infrastructure to go to their big industrial facilities, you know what I mean? Not the water department. You're a pipe fitter. You've worked on
Yeah,
this.
I'm the hands-on,
Yeah, you're hands-on.
okay?
So as we go east, let's say somebody wants to build something east of where our facility is off of Quincy. They would have to pay to be able to, the developer would have to pay to have that line extended.
Yeah,
we
that
don't.
line.
Yeah, we don't pay for that. You don't pay for that.
Okay.
When I say we don't pay for that, I mean you don't pay for that. You don't pay for that. The developer pays to have that line extended.
Okay.
Well, you want to get into details on that. The developers aren't the way that they used to be. A developer would buy the property and they would develop it, totally.
Yeah.
Okay, everything, the streets,
Sidewalks.
everything. Now they have what's called metro districts.
The metro districts. Yeah.
Okay, and so they've run out of money, is what I'm saying. And so they set up a metro district, which postpones, they still put the money in it, but this metro district is a payment plan back to the developer to get their money out of what they did on the infrastructure.
And they're allowed to do that.
Yeah, and by state statute they can do that, but the city has to be involved in it also a
So
little
they
bit.
get some money back from the city?
Well, that's how they get, not from the city, but the city kind of manages it and oversees it, and they know about this metro
The
district.
metro district is quasi-municipal. They're their own creature, quite literally, right? And so they're charged whatever they charge. We don't have any control over that.
That's for the developer to get their money back out of it. See, before these big I've been around a long time, and so when the developer, I saw these big subdivisions start, where the developer would buy and develop the whole thing. They had the money to do it, and then they'd sell and they'd get their money back out of it. But that's all. They can't do that anymore.
Yeah, and it used to be a lot more affordable for them to do it too now, and now it's so.
Does that?
It's so
Are you clear
expensive.
with what I'm trying to tell you? What this metro district is?
I'll look into it. I'm not too clear on it.
So
Okay.
they have to pay all of their costs up front. Like we won't connect unless they pay their costs.
Oh, they gotta put it.
They have to pay it all up front, but then what they're trying to do is cost recover through the metro districts.
Cost recovery.
Yeah, and so the cities don't really get involved in it. They oversee it and they manage
Fees.
being up the codes and all that
Yeah.
stuff. And they collect the money to do all this kind of stuff,
Yeah.
and they hook it up.
So the metro district taxes the people.
Yeah, I mean that's
yeah,
why
it goes onto your mortgage.
So they tax the people because of the developers.
It's not a tax.
It's not a
It's not a
tax. It's your cost of attaching to the system. It's just you're paying it over time as opposed to a lump sum up front.
When you got your
okay.
mortgage
Yeah.
before.
Oh, attaching to that line that went to their facility. Okay. tapping
When you
into
get your
it.
mortgage, you're paying off some of that development fee
Yeah.
in your mortgage, but it goes into a metro district area
Oh, okay.
versus on just a big
It's
umbrella
part of the fee, it's part of the
under.
fee you're paying. It's kind of like an HOA fee, but different.
Okay.
Okay, we got off track there,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
okay.
I just got one more question. So I got this document. It said data center fact sheet, and it was written by the Water Department.
It was.
April 2026 this year.
Yeah.
Who wrote that document?
It was written by Travis, who is in our he's in our engineering department, and then it was reviewed by literally myself, our general manager, our assistant general manager over planning and engineering. So there was a number of us that looked at it because
So
we
you
wanted to make
guys
sure
looked
it
at
was
it and
accurate.
approved it, but the guy who wrote it, okay, so there's no citations on it, there's no resources to back
Well,
up
it's
those
because,
statistics?
yeah, I mean, and it wasn't meant to be, it was meant to be an informational document to give to our city council,
Yeah.
but we gave it to you.
But I'm like, what if
But
this
it
information
wasn't,
is incorrect?
well, I mean, you certainly have the right, sir,
So I'm
to
gonna,
go
I'm
and
gonna
invest.
audit it, I'm gonna
I
investigate.
mean, knock yourself out.
Yeah,
By all means, go ahead and knock yourself
because if
out.
somebody's gonna write something like that with all these numbers and statistics,
Uh,
they put
but-
some resources on
By
it.
all means,
You
you
know,
should.
and especially if he's an engineer, he should know better.
Well, I can tell you something, when you're giving something to city council, you make it as simplified as possible.
Yeah, you gotta dumb it down, but I mean. still
And we
back
don't
up
dumb
the-
it down,
yeah.
we simplify it, so.
It's the same thing.
So, yeah, I don't look at it that way,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, you, sir, have the right to do that.
Yeah, I will do
Absolutely. And
that.
if you don't like it, then
Okay.
I will tell you, one of the problems with data centers, and if you're following what's going on right
I'm
now
following
with the
everything
state
that's going on,
legislature, one of the problems that we have is it's very hard to get information from data centers about how much power they're using, how much water they really use, all of those things nationwide. That is why SB 102, which was the proponents is Western Resource Advocates, what they want is to be able to have, first of all, efficiency standards, and that is included in that document about what is considered an efficiency standard, energy and water efficiency standards, and they want to be able to have data centers report back to the state because we don't have a lot of data. So just know, I've been in a number of these workshops
Is
throughout
that
the
bill
country.
that has the tax incentive with it?
No, that's 1030. That's
1030,
HB
okay.
261030. That is the tax incentive one. The other one, HB 102 or SB 102, that's a Senate bill. It is sitting there parked. They had a hearing, and I think that, I don't know, there was a lot of people that testified, and then it just kind of got parked, and it had that competing bill, which is the one with the tax incentives. I don't know what's going to happen with either one of them. They're kind of like at a deadlock because they're one is very pro data center and one is like, yeah, have data centers, but they need to do all these different things, right? So, yeah.
Okay.
And by the way, they're going to do a strike blow on HB 261030, so just keep an eye out. You can go to the state legislature site and go to HB 261030 because I don't know what's going to happen to 102. I think 102 is probably going to get somehow sucked into HB 1030.
Are you aware of the data center that is got approved and they're gonna build it? It's off of like 48th, like New Valley Ranch Boulevard in the what is it, toll road?
I wouldn't know,
You wouldn't know
off
about
the
that?
top.
Because
Well,
they're-
I mean,
they're building.
there's so many things that are going on right now, so
I'm just saying, get ready for more water usage.
Well, I mean, again, if it's coming into Aurora, it had to have made it through our standards to even be able to do that. I do have your email. I will
Okay.
send you our large water user guide.
Sounds
so
good.
you can
Please
see
do that.
what, yeah.
Can I get your business card?
I will, except for it's got the wrong title on it.
Thank you for your help and everything.
Well, here, you'll find, this is what I was talking to her about. I just happen to have a picture of this. That's my water pressure. That doesn't mean much to you. It will to her. Wait till she sees this.
Yeah, no, you gotta have good water pressure, you know, because you gotta take a shower and spray the.
Wait till she sees this.
I'll record it.
And this is what water pressure like that does to your sprinkler.
Barely comes out.
Barely comes out, and you got all these spots because it doesn't have good coverage anymore. Look at that.
It's messed up.
Yeah, it is messed up, and that's the city that does this.
Where do you live out in the kind of in the rural area?
My title's different now, but
okay.
that's the same.
You only got him one?
Oh, you want one?
Shawnee Klein. A special.
Yeah, let's walk over here.
Okay.
I should have brought, people don't do business cards much anymore, which is crazy, because back in the day, that's all we did was business cards.
Everybody's on cell phone.
But now everybody's got their cell phones, you're right.
I'll just take a picture of what you.
You want to take a picture?
You want to do that? Because like now I can't find them. Oh,
that's
wait. Oh, hey, look.
All right, cool.
Ta-da! There we go.
All right, good. Now, I'm going to show you something. This is what I was looking for. I had told you when I moved in, I had 70 pounds. Now,
Now you got 30 pounds.
okay, now that's I've got one zone running. okay? And that's what, and that barely pops up ahead.
Well, that shouldn't happen. So let me ask
No,
you a question.
it's physics, and it should happen when you don't have good coming in.
I agree, and that's what I'm saying, is that that's concerning for a number of levels. So I know Vern was talking to you. Did he ever have you talk to the guys over in ops?
I had guys come out, and it won't even come up out of there. Now, what I've done, and see, and that causes dry spots all over.
Oh,
the place, 'cause
yeah, sure.
When I designed it, pipe fitting and plumbing is
That's what you do.
that's engineering.
Yeah.
Right? It's simple physics, and like I
Because more
said,
people moved around you, built up.
well, and what's
I
happened.
really don't know, yeah.
Well, and what's happened
That's what happened.
what's happened when I bought my place in late '80s. I was out there in a small subdivision, like I said, 70 pounds of water pressure, and I thought, well,
Right.
and so you set things up with that, right? Because that's what you got. And it's not the end of the world, but it's a lot of work to dig and
agreed.
trench and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. Anyway, and I thought, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
And I was working then. I have time now. I'm retired now, and I have time to dig my heels in on things, and I do.
Sure.
More than you think.
No, I kind of gathered that.
More than you think. But anyway, and I noticed what's going on here. Because my lawn, I'm a guy that likes things right. I don't like it all screwed up.
Right.
And I noticed my lawn's getting